like so I didn't do a table of contents because, like I said, I got a lot of content, so I just kind of want to
Yeah.
read through this
You
at
need like
in
a floor of content.
exactly at any time. If anybody has any questions, I also have the docs pulled up on a separate monitor, so we can go through and we can figure it out because a lot of this stuff is kind of new to me. I've been studying it throughout the week, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So here, I'll go ahead and read this, and yeah, we'll jump right into it. So, yeah, pretty much today's training is going to be HARMS AGM 88 HARMS is a high-speed anti-radiation missile. HARM is a tactical air-to-surface missile designed to home in on electronic transmissions coming from surface-to-air radar systems. The AGM-88 can detect, attack, and destroy a radar antenna or transmitter with minimal aircrew input. The proportional guidance system that homes in on enemy radar emissions has a fixed antenna and seeker head in the missile's nose. A smokeless, solid propellant booster sustainer rocket motor propels the missile at over Mach 2. Got a little picture here. And the majority of the pictures here I have is directly from the documents. A lot of them came out a little crappy, so I'll explain each one as we go along. All right. Okay, so we got the threat tables. Like I said, it's a little unorthodox, but it's all going to make sense when we get to the end. So pretty much for the threat tables, this will probably be new to a lot of people, but from the upfront controls of DED, when you're in air the ground master mode, the harm is selected will be displayed adjacent to 0. So pretty much on the ICP, press 0, access, harm is not selected, okay, hold on. Okay, yeah. So make sure you're in air to ground master mode and your harm is selected as your air to ground weapon. And when you press 0 on the ICP, as you see the miscellaneous page over here at the picture on the top right, harm will be displayed. I have a red circle there right underneath where you should see harm. So if you're not in air to ground master mode and you don't have harm selected as your air to ground weapon, you won't see the harm there. And therefore, you're not going to have the page is not going to pull up for your threat. And yeah, so if you don't have harm, it will be blank on the DED miscellaneous page next to the label 0, and access to the harm DED page is inhibited. Threat tables are cycled from table 1 to table 3. So there are three tables. There's actually four, but the first one is nothing. Then you have table 1, 2, and 3 using the DED increment decrement switch, which I have an arrow pointing to it right there. So it's right underneath the 7 on the bottom of the ICP. And the data control switch, we all know that the DCS switch uses to position asterisks to the desired field. And another thing on that, we'll get to it when you put in your codes, you do have to press enter, and then of course dobber up and down with the DCS switch. Threat tables continue from the POS or has page. Pressing OSB number 5 on the upfront controls. This will cause the harm threat table currently displayed on the MFDs to be displayed on the DED. So, of course, from the 2D page, when we go into your data cartridge, usually the best way you can go ahead and pre-program your threat tables, but you can still do it on the fly. The harm threat table page displays and allows changes to the 5 entries in each of the harms tables. Each field can accept decimal IDs ranging from 0 4095. The IDs have to be unique, and no two identical IDs can be set up in the same page or across pages. So as you see in the picture up there, that's table number 1, and then you have T1 through T5. So that's pretty much threat 1, threat 2, threat 3, all the way down to 5. So in there, you can have, let's see, your search radar, acquisition radar, tracking radar, whatever for like a SA2 or SA3, but they all have to be unique. So you can't put that in table 2, can't put it anywhere in table 3, so on and so forth. So usually you would just have like your first table would probably be like your main for primary ones, and your second table would be your secondary or that one word carrier. I can't even say that one right now. Anyhow, next. Oh yeah. And on that same picture there, you can see to the left, that's in a POS mode. Has mode is in the middle. Now I'm going to warn you guys. I have not used has mode. I don't have any instructions in that. I'm pretty sure we're going to be mainly using had and POS. I just want to throw that out there.
So has is basically it stands for harm as sensor. So
Hmm.
it has the same level of usability as the had,
Can you go
but
back up one?
but you're using the harm as a sensor. So it'll show up the same On the MFDs here, the middle MFD, the middle picture here, it'll have the same type of thing, and it'll have like the 3 or the 7, whatever you have on there. You could slew it to the actual number, and you could lock onto it. It'll do the same handoff, just like the had, and then you can launch the missile. I don't think it has range on there. I think you just have
Right.
to kind of know if it's out of your range or not, because it's
I think
using the harm as a sensor, and it doesn't really know how far it is.
I think it's above the line is out of range, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, yeah, I think so.
So yeah, the 3 and the 7 are your stations, so don't get confused by
Yeah,
that.
those are the stations, but
And then the 10 AC right there on the left-hand side is going to be your acquisition radar for the SA10.
yep, and they'll show up within that cross, so it'll show up in there, and the top is what it sees. So if there's a 10, a 3, and a 6, it'll have 10, 3, 6 at the top, and it'll populate them on the screen there underneath the cross.
And those threats, they'd be placed inside that green box up there?
Yes.
Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I've seen that. Okay. And then, of course, like gun posted in the whatchamacallit, in the
Yeah, the chat.
yeah, the Bravo. Yeah, so I was gonna post this too as well because it's gonna be really important, especially if we use the HAS mode and or not the HAS mode, the POS mode. So if everybody has this, I don't know if you have a secondary monitor, but the mission I had pre-planned, I know Prime has this set up. This is important, but I'm pretty sure we'll have time to program all this given whatever threats we're going after. Power on and bit sequence. I'm pretty sure everybody knows how this. The selection of power on automatically launches a bit sequence. Bit sequence lasts approximately 10 seconds and is identified by the bit mnemonic being highlighted. So the first box looking at the upper left, the power's off. You're in air to ground mode. You have the weapon selected, two of them, and that's ready. Middle box, as you can see with the two red circles, you just powered it on. The bit gets highlighted. Takes about approximately 10 seconds. And then you'll see the ready right above HSD on the very top right one. And then down on the bottom left, let's see here. Oh, yeah, and another thing to mention, yeah, so that bottom one, if you're having any kind of malfunction with the missile, like you get ready to pickle it off, it's not coming off, there's some type of malfunction, you can go ahead and physically hit OSB button number 8, and it'll run another bit sequence for another 10 seconds, and you wait that out. The ready will pop up as you see on the bottom right, and then you can try again. So yeah, that's to correct any faults. And yeah, once the bit sequence is completed and successful, ready is displayed at the bottom of the MFD page. And modes. HARMS and BMS can be used in 3 modes. So we have a POS mode, subdivided into 3 sub modes: EOM, which is the common one, PB for pre-briefed, and RUC. Harm is sensor has mode. Okay, yep. Harm. Oh yeah, yeah. Harm is sensor has mode. Harm attack display had mode. Works only when the harm targeting system HTS pod is carried. Had also has 3 sub modes: EOM, PB, RUC, same thing. And DL is not implemented at all. And let's see, I'm not going to go through that stuff. That's a little bit later on. It's coming up. Okay, here are the modes here. Following sub modes are available in POS and HAD modes. So equation of motion, EOM, is the most restrictive sub mode. Seekers activated with a narrow field of view at a certain point from the anticipated threat position. This mode should only be used when the location of the emitter is well known. So if you can see in the picture on the left side, missile gets an activation range from about that range to restricted area. It's pretty much in another slide I'll show you. It's kind of like a circle inside this blue one. That's the max search footprint. You go over to pre-brief mode, you get a bigger search footprint, and the activation range is a little bit longer. That's for long distance. And then of course ruck mode, which is kind of rarely used. You can see you got a really big footprint because it's basically searching. But here, I'll finish reading this. So yeah, range unknown. Ruck is used mainly as a defense mode. It's a degraded EO based another version of the equation of motion mode with a high uncertainty about threat range. Seeker is activated at a certain point from the steer point, in most cases at launch with a wide field of view. So yeah, that would rarely use. doubt we'll be using that at all. I would most likely stick with EOM, but if we're launching from distance, go to PB, pre-brief.
So I don't know if you're
Cool.
going to get into this, but ruck is basically like a self-defense mode. It's like a reactive shot. If you're getting lit up by a pop-up threat, that's when you're going to use a ruck.
Okay, cool, good to know. And this is some more of the advanced functions that probably nobody's ever used, but I thought it'd be pretty important. I don't know if we're going to use it now, but we can get into it. And so we have the geographic specificity. I'm going to just call it the geospec. Options are available in.
That's actually what they call it, geospec.
Nice.
Yep. The
Sign them up.
geospec options are available in POS and HAD modes. The HARMS geospec option allows the option to restrict the HARMS seeker within a geographic region defined by a circle centered around the selected steer point. GS option overrides all other seeker options. OSB button number 9 cycles through GS options. As you can see in the picture up there, you got the red boxes right next to it. The handoff process is restarted whenever the GS option is selected. GS option boy, copy and paste. Boy, I had to correct a couple of these. Either be on, highlighted, or off. And I got a good graph explaining this right here. And then in GSDE or GSMP, the diameter of the area restricted, dependent on the distance at launch. The bigger the distance at launch, the bigger the restricted area. Difference between GS and DE and GSMP is not implemented. We can see here, and of course this is in pre-brief mode. Max search. Okay, yeah. So you'll have your primary target right over your whatever selected steer point or on the fly pre-planned threat. We're flying towards that restricted area, but in case the
Jersey, we're getting noise.
Sorry, I was fixing my headphone.
Gotcha.
coming down the next slide. So it'll go after your primary target that's inside that orange circle. And if that one is turned off or not active at the moment, still has that wider max search footprint to look for like your secondary target. And yeah. Now this is the interesting one. Target isolate. Target isolate options are available in POS, HAS, and HAD modes. The TI option allows to select flex and glide options. Target isolate options allows the pilot to command the harm to attack only the designated threat type and to control the flex and glide characteristics of the missile. Flex means that the harm will start searching for alternate threat emitter types. Harm will flex when it has reached the range at which it should have acquired the primary target type, but has not yet acquired it. So if it turns off, it'll flex and go after any secondary, anyone it acquires in that threat circle. Let's see. The primary target is the handed off threat. In case of system, the hell is it? It is the most dangerous threat, usually the FCR, flight control radar. Secondary targets are the remaining threat on the active threat table. So this is where that table comes into play. So long as whatever table you have selected, whether it's 1, 2, or 3, whatever you have in there, it's going to go after the primary first. If it doesn't work on that one, then it'll flex and go towards the your secondary. I'm gonna call this the TERT. The TERT targets are the threats loaded on the table. Which table will be loaded as the TERT table is defined on the SMS page. If table 0 is selected as a TERT table, not tertiary targets are loaded. If a SAM system defined as a threat on the threat table, both FCR and EWR are located as secondary targets. FCR and EWR, that's like your tracking and acquisition radars. So, of course, if you have your tracking,
Fire control and early warning.
right. So, yeah, whichever primary one you have, if it's not active at that time, it'll flex. And then we're going to get to another graph, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, so it'll flex towards your primary one, which, as you see in the picture, is not active, and then it will go ahead and pick up your secondary, which happens to be the 5A acquisition radar. And go ahead and tech that bad boy. Here, this is some settings. So you can see with the target isolation, which is got here 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, it looks like OSB number 10. So not having it depressed at all, as soon as you fire the missile, it's going to pretty much glide, which is a nice loft glide, which gives it way more time to pick up the radars, even if they turn off and on, and then it will flex, like we said, to the primary. And if that one shuts down, then it'll go to your secondary. So that's doing nothing at all. So that's not hitting it. It's just regular TI. Now, if you do depress the TI button, basically going to put it first depression. This is the baseline TI, which is on. Option will glide but not flex. So you have a nice, slow, lofting glide, which gives the radars, if they want to play games, pretty much time. If they want to turn on and off, the missile will be gliding, gives you a lot more time to pick it up so it can attack it. If it's depressed the second time, missile will not enter LOTG, which is loss of track glide, but may enter EOMG, which is the equation of motion glide, and the missile will flex. So you got no glide, but you got straight flex. And then third depression, missile won't do either. It'll just go straight to whatever your primary is, and most likely probably might miss if it's off. So yeah, the equation of motions allows the missile to enter gliding profile in case the primary threat has not been detected after reaching a certain point, maximizes its time of flight, awaiting the threat to come alive, or any other threat if flex option has been activated. And the loss of track glide allows the missile to enter into gliding profile when the primary threat was detected but lost during flight. Like I said, I don't know if anybody's ever used these, but this is pretty interesting. I know we only get 2 shots at it, but maybe not during this mission, but on the next one, it'd definitely be something to probably get acquainted with. And POS mode. This is just an important point I threw in here. An important point is that the pilot has no clue if the SAM radar is radiating from the MFD weapons page in POS mode. Remember, you do not fire at a specific radar. You fire at an area. Let the missile make its search depending on POS mode and TIGS PS options. And here, these pictures came out pretty crappy, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of give just a brief description on what's going on here.
Actually, this is kind of important because the handoff.
So we got looking at the box on the far left. You see the B, the F, the X, the L, the D. Those are your threat types. Starting from the top left to right, that is your selected mode that you're in. Right next to that, that is your threat table that you're in. Sub modes, EOM, of course, PB or RUC, whatever you have selected, be there in the middle. Front controls, of course. The green bar, that's your LSDL, your launch status divisor line. And we'll get into that on the next slide. And GS, we already been over that, and the TI. And the 3 and the 7, of course, that's the stations that your harms are on. So, of course, left is going to be station 3, right station 7. And that 7 right below the green line, that's going to be your selected steer point of interest. So on the fly, if you make the HSD soy, you are able to select a target that you want, make it a pre-planned threat, and then that number instead of 7 should turn into whatever pops up for your pre-planned threat. It could be in the 50s, 60s, whatever it is. But you do want to double back and double check and make sure that number is correlated, so it's set for that harm. And when you flip through stations, if you can have station 3 set for POS mode, and you can have it for pre-briefed or whatever. And then when you move over to station 7, you can switch the modes, and it will remember. So as you switch from station 3 to 7, whatever you had preset will stay that way. So that's pretty nice. So this first one is first picture to the left is no handoff at all. As you see in the middle, the handoff is in progress. You start getting data, which is pretty much pre-launch data on the bottom underneath the launch status divisor line. And then over, yep, go ahead.
So if you're in POS, you also have to go into pre-beef mode.
No, right now, the picture on the left, or all these pictures here, is set in the equation of motion mode.
Okay.
Yeah. So with the pre-brief, yeah, if you wanted to take a longer distance shot with a bigger search area, yeah, you can go in the pre-brief mode. But this is just the more restrictive one when you pretty much absolutely sure where the target threat is.
Right.
And let's see, yeah. So the picture to the far right, that's a handoff completed. As you can see, the ready is above the HSD. And here, let me not skip. Right in the middle, whatchamacallit, we have, you see the 11, so that's pretty much your time to the steer point. And below that is time on steer point, and that's for the missile. And then the B that's highlighted there on the upper left, that's your selected threat. And as you can see, they do have the TI selected, so they're either going to have the, looks like just flex, no guide, and of course
And
that's
and
that.
and with this, you could use your HOTAS to change, cycle through the threats. You can also use your HOTAS to cycle through the tables. You can also use your HOTAS against the TMS switch. You can cycle through the modes, POS, BOS, and RUC. You could do all of those. So just kind of play around with the HOTAS, and you could see which one does what. And to make sure you press or HOTAS TMS to whatever you want. Make sure it's highlighted, because if you shoot it off here, I'm not sure if it even shoot, but if it does shoot, then it won't. It's not going after anything because it's not in. The handoff is not completed. So make sure you choose whatever you want to pre-brief or position shoot at in the distance.
Exactly, and I believe I don't think I put that in here, but I think TMS right cycles through those. I'm not entirely sure, but of course
Yeah,
you
I
can always
believe so.
press it in 3D, and of
Yeah.
course the missile step button, like the other weapons, the
Yep.
nose wheel steering / missile step will cycle through your stations. Like I said, whatever you have set for each station will remain that way. It will definitely remember it. And let's see, what else did I miss?
One thing, excuse me, problem. If that number 7, for example, that's a steer point or whatever, you want to make sure that's the what you want, because like let's say in this example, okay, I just shot a missile at SAM B and it was at 7, and my next target is at uh, steer point 8, and it's going to be SAM F. So before you fire, it's very possible it'll come up F, but it'll still say 7 there.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that if F is at steer point 8, it says F and 8, etc. It's a very common mistake people make. They go, "How come my harm went 90 degrees and went to Timbuktu in this?" And most of the time in this mode is because that number 7, that steer point or PPT, whatever it's referencing, is not correct for the SAM they're dealing with.
Yep,
Yep.
that's
Yep.
exactly right. Exactly. Yep, and that was mentioned too. Exactly. Yeah, that's just like I mentioned before. Yeah, when you flip through stations and you preset your stuff, yeah, you definitely got to go back and double check and make sure that that steer point is set to whichever station you have. That's exactly right. Because, like I said before, the threat types are listed on the left. So you could have, like he said, steer point 7 could be for the bar lock there, and then you could have a fan song for station number 7, and it could still be on steer 7, and it's guaranteed they're most likely going to miss. So yeah, you got to make sure that steer correlates to whatever threat you have. And let's move on to the next one. We got post-launch data. So yeah, that was the pre-launch data down here on the bottom and below the green line. And now we have the post-launch data. So here, give me 1 second. Yeah. So starting on the picture to the left, starting from left to right, you see the 42. So that's pretty much time until impact after launch that your harm should hit. Right below that, the 8, that's the handoff steer point, as we just mentioned. And the 3 right below that is going to be the handed off threat. So as you can see, this is going to be, yeah, SA3. And then, and that would have been, yeah, station 3 for, yeah, SA3. And somebody want to say something?
I think that's the station, isn't it?
I
Yeah,
believe so. Yeah.
And the 8 is going to be your steer point.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
handed off threat. Yeah, it's showing showing that 3 up there for the post launch. Yeah, it's showing handoff threat
Well, actually, on
as
the far right
as a 3.
has a 5 in the second harm. There's a
Yeah.
5 there. That's what it
Yep.
launched at.
Yeah, they got it kind of
Okay,
weird.
so yeah,
Yeah, that 3 should have been highlighted. Yeah, for the picture on the left, and then 5 for the station 7. Yeah, it's highlighted in the middle. Yeah, I don't know why they have that 5 highlighted over there on the
well,
far
the
left.
5's going to be the threat.
The next one.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because they already got 7 highlighted. Yeah, so yeah, I guess they skip through the
So
3.
it's time to impact,
Yeah.
then steer point, and then threat.
You would have
Exactly.
thought that whoever designed the harm could have made this and did the software for this could have made this a little bit easier, but you know.
Yeah.
I was talking to Chain when Jersey and I were trying to go up against an SA10, and according to Chain, he told me the HARM missiles are very unreliable.
Hey.
Okay, and then the middle picture here, they have the SA5 threat selected. Handoff is completed. You can see the ready right above the HSD in the bottom middle. And yeah, that's the pre-launch data under the green line. And Station 3 missile has 31 seconds until its impact. And it looks like they just went ahead and launched Station 7. So then we have both post-launch datas
Handoff threat, handoff steer. Oh,
right
sorry.
up. Oh, you're good. Right above the
That's right.
green line. So you got the first harm on the left and the second one on the right, and their time to impact. Station 3 has 26 seconds, and looks like, of course, he's flying closer to the target. So Station 2 only has 8 seconds.
And with this the same could be used, like, with your missile, you can do a timeout or stuff. I am not sure of a harm specific timeout brevity, but timeout could be used in this sense as well, because it's important to know how much time left is on it, so the next person knows when to shoot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the way they would say it is just, Magnum 6 bullseye, this or that, or Magnum 6 north or south or whatever you pre-briefed. Timeout 42.
Okay. And then once it's timeout, you would say timeout.
Yeah, and then you could say harm timed out.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds about
Yep.
right. Makes sense.
Cool. All right. Then we have POS mode, pre-planned threat selecting. So simply make the HSD the soy with DMS down and move the cursor to the pre-planned threat you want to select. Use pinky switch to zoom if required. Once over the pre-planned threat, depress TMS up to make that the pre-planned threat. That's their point. Entry, blah, blah, blah. Okay, confirm in the UFC upfront controls and in the weapons page that the PPT number is assigned to that harm. So yeah, it's kind of like what Mailman just mentioned applies the same on here. You want to double check to make sure that that steer point is an entrance, because like he said, like he mentioned before, if it isn't, it's almost guaranteed it's going to miss.
Yeah, this is super important, super helpful. And then like if you move the cursor over to the SA3, you TMS up, it'll highlight SA3. That's how you know that it chose that as a point of interest. And on your DED, like I said, it will do like 54 or whatever.
You do
And
this on
then
the HSD?
yes, so you could move the little cursor around
Right,
and go
yeah.
up over it, and it'll work.
Okay, so that'll just create a steer. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
hijacking.
Yep.
That'll
It'll
create a
steer
steer
point.
point, and then that steer point is going to show up if you're using the HAD, or I'm sorry, the
TGP, the HSD.
Yep. It'll slew to it.
Yep, you
Yeah.
can and then you can see it in the HUD, and it creates a lot of potential.
Yep. So it's like attack northern SA4. You're like, I don't have a steer point there. Just put your thing over there in the thing and put the thing. So
And then team is up.
Yep.
TPP will slew over to that area and you can look around.
That's what I did when we did musical Sams. Is I'd pull it up on the HAD, and then I had the TGP up, and I'd watch them. And I was watching them as they were shooting at y'all.
Yep.
And another important part here, so they're on the HSD right now, yeah. And once you lock it up, you're probably going to go back to the weapons page and give it that 10 seconds for the bit time to make it ready. Because I could definitely see I probably made the mistake too of selecting, like you said, SA3 for the pre-planned threat, and then going ahead and launching, and it's not even ready yet. So yeah, definitely keep a lookout for that the ready indication before you launch.
And also, does anybody know how to make it disappear?
Team is down.
Yeah, so you do the same thing. Instead of TMS up, you go over it, TMS down, the circle disappears. The SA3, the nomenclature is still there, but the circle is gone. So if you kill one, you could TMS down and it'll disappear. and then make it
nice.
come back. You just do the opposite. You go over it, TMS up, it'll populate the circle again.
Yep. So I kind of wanted to jump into some of the advanced stuff, or probably some stuff that we haven't really used before, and then we'll get ready to get into the pretty much the basics. So of course, HAD mode. HAD mode stands for Harm Attack Display, and of course, it utilizes the Harm Targeting System, the HCS pod. The HAD shares all display features as the HSD, including mnemonic waypoints and flight plan, pre-planned threats and threat circles, data link contacts, which is always good, bullseye information, range rings, as you see, I have an arrow there. So yeah, that oval shaped dotted ring, that's pretty much your range. You can actuate it with the OSB buttons number 19 and 20. So right now it's showing a 30-mile range. And I believe if that line is solid or if it disappears, then yeah, you don't have a shot. So you definitely need to see that dotted line.
No, so the dotted line just means that you're zoomed in too far.
Yeah, so it's expanded, and then when
So
it's solid,
If it's a solid, that's going to be your 30-mile.
Oh,
Like
so
if this were, yeah.
Oh, okay. And
The
then of course,
flight path and all that stuff is new, right?
they had that last time.
Did
The
it?
flight,
I
the flex
don't.
and stuff.
Well, I don't remember the flight plan and threat circles being in the HAD.
They added.
should have
I think
been.
they added that. Not this
Maybe they
past
added the
one.
circles, yeah.
Okay.
But I thought
Yeah,
the flight path was always there.
I don't remember it. Like I don't remember the flight path at all, and I definitely don't remember the threat circles. But that might have been. I might be thinking like 3-3 or 3-4. Okay.
so we got the range rings and the steer point lines. You guys know what that what's up with the dotted line box there?
That's just a steer line, like
Yeah.
the normal one you make.
For like the tanker or for anything.
Yeah,
else.
it's just a line someone made.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. And let's see what we got. Top picture. That's just of course, to get to the HAD mode, you can click on SMS, your weapons page, targeting pod, whatever they have lined up down there in the bottom. Depress that twice, and it'll pull up this page. And of course, HAD mode will be OSB button number 2, and then you hit
you
that.
gotta, if I recall correctly, you have to program the HAS mode onto one of your bottom buttons.
Exactly.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Just like
Exactly.
anything, yeah.
Sure, I didn't skip one in. Okay, and this is another picture I'm going to have to kind of explain here. Let me go to this page. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, it changed a little bit of the symbology on here,
Yeah.
just a tad.
Okay, so
Oh,
HAD
they're
mode
not.
continued. The program PGM index represents the level of trust and the accuracy of the contact. The lowest, the best accuracy. Firing a harm with a PGM-5 could result in a miss from several miles. So for this picture here on the right, yeah, this one just came out absolutely horrible. But starting with that red kind of vertical oval all the way to the far left, that's pretty much a PGM-5. So as you pretty much circle the target, you want to.
Is it PGM5 because it's a bad aspect or?
Well, it
So
doesn't.
what is-
So
It's counting down.
Go ahead, Prime.
so you see on the left side there's a radar in the middle of
Yeah.
the oval, and if you go up, you'll see another little. That's where it thinks it is. As it goes to the right, you notice it gets closer and closer to the middle.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's
So it's
just-
like
it's
triangulating the
Yes.
position of the. Got it.
Yep.
Got it.
So it just knows it's somewhere along. That's probably it could be like 30 miles. So
Okay.
it's somewhere azimuth 30 miles, somewhere over here.
So the actual position of the F-16 in this diagram, it doesn't mean anything. It's just.
So you
Got it.
you need if you're gonna flow
That's-
toward it, you're not gonna get in. There's no triangulation. So you gotta like have
it.
a perpendicular flight so it could
Got it.
spin
Okay.
and triangulate.
Yeah, as you fly beyond it, it's just taking a different cut of the slice, and it's narrowing down
Got
that big red oval right into the little orange ovals or the tetrahedron, whatever the hell that thing is, and then
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Tetrahedron.
Something math.
Fucking geometry.
math and stuff.
Yeah. Something.
Trapezoid.
It's
until
basically
that
the
little-
same way the sonar gets a solution.
Yeah,
You
it's
talking about
just
water?
basically-
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's basically just getting a solution, a closer and closer, more
No, like
accurate
a
solution.
like an 80 sonar. Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like they got a note here. It's getting
it works the same way.
clearer antenna resolution, and they got a note here that the HTS cannot receive pings behind its or your 3 to 9 line. So yeah, pretty
Makes sense.
much. Yeah. So of course, you're within range and flying around it. That now I have seen that before. Is that located like in the upper right of your MFD, the PGM5? Because I remember seeing
Yes.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen it decrease. Yeah, from 5 to 4, 3, 2. Sometimes it takes a little minute, but it does get there.
Yeah,
And oh, go ahead, bro.
I don't like this mode just because you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs. Come on already, count down, and
Well,
takes forever sometimes.
seed is a patient man's game.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
The air
you know,
sniper.
when the other 8 SAMs are
Actually,
around protecting the one that you're trying to shoot, start shooting, you don't have a lot of time.
so
Yeah.
since Prime said it, the directive call for a wingman to target air to ground threat is sniper.
Yep.
An air to
Sniper.
ground radar, sniper 6, sniper 2.
And then we have some detected emitter symbologies here. So if it's green, the emitter's not active, but it is detected. Yellow, it is active. Priority target, we have it. Yeah, so we got 11, the acquisition radar, little circle with a cross through it. Primary target that UTMS is selected, and primary target handed off, which is always a good sign when you see a red box over it. So you're pretty much ready to shoot at that point. And TMS up designates a contact as a primary target. If another contact is designated with TMS up, the previous primary target becomes a priority target. 3 priority targets can be set up that way. Once priority targets have been set up, TMS right steps through them, including the designated primary target. That's pretty cool. So you can get 1, 2, 3, and then step through them with TMS right. So that's good to know. So down here, lower left picture. Yeah, that's the pitch you would see in equation of motion mode. Middle is pre-briefed, and then you got the ruck mode. So that's the different symbology you'll see on the HAD page there, the reference. And you're right, yeah, it is a solid line. Yep.
That solid, yeah, just means
Yep.
that it's that line represents your 60 miles.
And the harm field of view box flashes when it's in range. This is the main cue for firing the missile. Harm field of view is smaller in EOM as the missile field of view is smaller than in pre-briefed in ruck mode. There's a whole bunch of symbology here. Give me 1 second. Let me flip to this page. Okay, so yeah, we'll start from lower left and we'll work our way clockwise around. So lower left, of course, is pointing towards the harm. So that's the mode of the azimuth steer line. And another interesting one that I saw here was the optimal loft. So I don't know if that's reversed or not, but you have the in range Q, the loft angle, as well as that apex altitude. Neither one of those are implemented, but you have your required turn. So I'm guessing in degrees, pretty much, yeah, to keep it lined up with that steer line. Time to release. So I'm not sure if this is displaying actually what's going on in the situation, or they're just throwing this on here as a reference to go by. But it looks like those carrots that are going down the azimuth steering line. It's pretty much the max pull down is at the top, that one line, the fall line, and then you got the max pull on the bottom. So you pretty much want to keep your carrots in between there before lofting your missile, but that is optional. And let's see what else we got. And then the box down there on the lower middle, once that starts flashing, that's pretty much your cue, the fire when you're in range. The HLS, that is the harm launch scale. And it's displayed on the right side of the HUD here. The 4 ranges define the missile's maneuver zone. In the aircraft maneuver zone, the loft angle and the apex. So yep, those aren't implemented. And yeah,
Gotcha.
go ahead.
on the box, if I recall correctly, on 3.5, it used it on 3.5. It used to have if you switch from ranges or modes, I believe. I'm not sure which. It used to change the size of the box.
Yeah, it says the harm field of view box flashes when you're in range, and that's the cue for firing the missile. The field of view is smaller in EOM as the missile field of view is smaller, blah, blah, blah. But yeah,
Yeah, the box sizes will change depending on which mode you're in. Like right
Yep.
now, it's in a wide field of view. That's why you have that big long box. If you scroll up to one of those other pictures, you'll see it say wide.
Yep. And equation of motion, EOM mode, box gets smaller, and it's even smaller in PB and RUC. Field of view is smaller than in POV and RUC mode. So yeah, I think EOM is the smallest one.
Do you have
And
a picture of P1, P2, P3, P4, and P5?
what for that box?
No, no. When it's counting down.
No, you'll see it in your HAD page.
Okay, copy.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it, guys. That's all I got for that. Yeah, pretty much ended there with this
Sweet.
picture.
So
Yep.
I have a slightly advanced question. What
Okay.
for maybe Primer or anybody? I'll try to make this quick. So you build your harm tables, right? Your threat tables, and does so if you put it in a mode where it'll flex, do you think it's going to go after the first thing in the table, or is it going to go into whatever you hand off? And then is it going to step through that table based off of that, what you hand off to the harm? That's the only thing that confuses me.
Yeah, it kind of confused me too. I thought my understanding was that like it does whatever comes up. Like you launch at a SA 17, and for some reason there's an 8 in the area. The 17 goes out and it's like, ooh, an 8, and it just goes straight after the 8. That's what I thought it did, but
Or it hits an airplane.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
so I'm not
Well,
sure whether
or
steps through,
neither. It gets shot down before it gets anywhere.
because I think what you do is you end up handing off an entire table to the harm. So you're loading it with, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. But basically, you're handing off a set of threats to the harm.
And the
So-
primary is the button. You click the primary, and then the other ones I guess are still in line.
Well, that's the thing is like, if I set my table up, let's say my table starts with a SA2, 202, 203, and let's say 205 in my first table, and I see an SA3 could pop up, right? And I select it, and it hands off an SA3. Does it? I think it goes after the 3 first, but if the 3 turns off and the 2 turns on, does it go after the 2? Because it's in EOM and without any glide inhibitors or target isolation. I don't know. It's never really made sense, but how that worked. But it'd be something for us to look into later.
It can only flex the targets in that table too, correct?
I would imagine so, because I think it hands off the table, but I'm not sure.
It does hand off the table, and it goes for the primary one first. So like in your example, if you had your primary target was the fan song and it turned off and you're in flex mode, it selects whatever else is in that table that is alive or, radiating.
But what about the priority? What if it picks up 2 separate
Would it
targets?
then sort by your table?
Yeah, I think that's the question. Does it sort by the where it is in the table?
I would imagine so. Badger.
Yeah, you got me on that one. That's why you got 2 missiles.
Yes.
And it did have that as well. And I think if you had a Tatera table in your, so whatever table you have selected, like you said, if you have your 5T, and that's your primary target, like in this picture here. It'll go after that one, and since that one's shut down in the same table, then it's going after the acquisition radar for the 5. But if that one shuts down, if they're both shut down, then most likely it's going to miss. And I know they have the glide option too, but yeah, it looks like once it hits that flex, if they're both shut down, then it's probably just going to hit the dirt.
All right, let's do a bio break real quick. It's come back at 56. But if you have questions, obviously stay and ask questions, but we'll do a bio break, come back at 56.
I think it might be good to point out though that there are default tables for people that don't know. They might be sitting there thinking they have to program in every single thing.
Each one, no, because there is a default table and it carries everything, and it's in numerical order.
Yeah, and it is nice. It is nice. You can. Oh, go ahead.
And I was just going to say, if you have a problem with your table, if you go to your, what's it called again?
Data cartridge.
Yeah, you go to your data cartridge. If you hit clear, all your default tables will repopulate. Or reset? Is it clear or reset? I think it's reset.
It's reset.
You can do it all in Weapon Delivery Planner as well.
Sure. I can see
It's
how
a bit finicky in WDP though. WDP has different symbols for different things. You have to refer to the original table. Then you have to click load in-game. Doesn't load with the DTC. Very finicky, but it works. Come on, man. It was just ending.
All right. It's neat. So if you're still here, go ahead and get to your seat if you're not already. And then bio break, still heading back or coming back at 56.
Yo, Prom.
Yes.
So I have a question now. It misses me what the difference between geospec is and equation of motion, because I mean basically geospec makes a pre-planned or pre-briefed mode narrower. Isn't that what the equation of motion does anyway?
Yeah, so they have the max search footprint, which is like the whole entire blue circle, and then inside that big blue circle is a restricted area, and it's pretty much that's where your primary target's going to be. And if that shuts off whatever else you have on your table, like you have a secondary, like if it's, let's say you have your let's say you got the tracking radar inside the middle circle, which is like your restricted area, that's your primary. If that one shuts off, any other radar that's inside the outer bigger blue circle, it will seek that one. And then of course the target isolate.
So isn't that the same as flex?
If you have, well, you have to set that on the target isolate. Yeah, that's where the flex and glide comes in. So you have to have that set. If you just leave it alone, when it's already off and highlighted, then the missile's gonna flex and glide. So yeah, it will pretty much. But yeah, the geographic spec.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't GS supposed to adjust the circle size from your predicted launch range? That's what I saw on the slide, I think.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Hey, Gump.
It's dependent on the distance at launch.
Yeah, and then they put those 2 modes for the GSDE and the GSMP not implemented.
Yeah, I was muted. Sorry.
Oh, quick question. There's a Potato that asked me about OTS. So I'm pretty sure it's the same as enlisted. So when you join, you have the contract that you're going to be a pilot or not. So before you go to OTS, you have that contract, right? You know what you're going to do, right? going the college or OTS way,
OTS
or is it
way.
like, or is it after OTS you start, or during you start getting what you're going to do? I'm pretty sure before you even leave to OTS, you know what you're going to do.
So I put 3 things, 3 jobs. One was developmental, one was civil, and the other one was something else.
And when you
But
so
for
it
pilots, it might be different.
okay, that's
You'd
probably
have to
about the
look at
same.
you'd have to look at the latest AFI or whatever governs that shit.
So when do you get your assignment?
You
Is it
get
as
your.
a,
I got
after
my.
OTS?
I know I might be crossing wires, but I know I also put down like my top 3 assignments, and they assigned them like somewhere at the end of OTS or after.
Okay.
I'm sure that toward the end of OTS, once you're looking like you're going to graduate, they match you up.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure with pilot that you know before you even go there. Pretty sure.
Yeah, it's different
So
for AFSCs. So, sorry, I couldn't be more help, but
no, you're good.
It's been 8 years.
Yeah, it's been 10 for me since because with enlisted it's kind of the same. Like once you go to basic, you have like like your 3 things. So you have well, before you go in. Once you go in, you have maintenance. So you're like maintenance something. And then when you graduate, they go to your jet or whatever, finance or whatever. And then when you graduate tech school, that's when you get your base. So it's kind of the same.
Yeah, if you can put him in touch with me, and then I can get him in touch with the right people.
Cool. Yeah, he's just a junior now in high school.
In high school?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, junior in high school. So I mean, it's really early, but he needs to start now.
Yeah. Yep. I can get him in touch with some fighter pilots.
Sweet.
Or what, depending on what he's trying to do. I know all kinds of pilots. So.
Cool.
And then you have my .mil too. So.
Yep.
You can probably pass him that if you want.
Just kind of a random question, if anybody knows. What are the percentage of people that can not pass out at 9Gs for more than like 3 or 4 seconds?
That's a percentage. I don't know, but
well, once you get trained, you usually don't. I don't know about random people, unless if you're not trained. I'm pretty sure it's 100% will probably pass out for 15, 20 seconds.
the classic video of that badass pulling like 9.5 Gs.
Yeah, for like a minute.
He was just like, "Oh yeah, let's go again," and his
Like,
face
oh, yeah.
is falling off. His face is melting. And
yeah, literally, yeah, melting.
we got to post that. That's so funny.
At what G does like a normal untrained person just pass out at?
Well, if you're not
depends.
squeezing, if you're not like tightening your muscles and you don't have a G suit, you're probably gonna pass out somewhere 5, 6 or something like that.
Yeah, because some people pass out on roller coasters, and like the limit is like 4.5. So
Yeah,
sometimes people pass out in 4.5.
just from losing blood to the head.
Oh,
Does
wow.
anyone know at what G's they put the right stuff through to select into Apollo 11?
12 Gs.
Oh my
And
goodness.
that's without suit, right?
Yeah, because Americans are badass like that.
Oh, 59. All right. If you're back, let's see if everybody's back. If you're back, mute your mic. If you're back and in your slot, pretty sure it's in.
What? Oh,
Yeah, make sure you're slotted, and then mute your mic if you're back.
No 4.
So Rody, go mute your mic. Badger, you there? Mute your mic.
Yo, Prime, what server?
Yeah.
It's Bibles.
Bible.
All right, cool. Once Diego gets in, I'll start my little half brief here.
Coming in.
Prime, I got like 58-48 on the Joker bingo.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, for the
Slotted in, man.
the calculations?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty far. Well, wait, how's it that far?
I got 200 and some odd miles. 268 miles.
It's only 118.
Unless I did math wrong, and unless the calculator did math wrong, or I fat fingered something.
120 over there too.
User.
Oh, fuck me.
How much?
Because I'm an electrical engineer, I don't realize that Joker Bingo only applies to the way out, not the way back.
Oh yeah.
So divide this number by 2, and then I should have 134. Okay.
Are we almost good to start the server? I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not yet. Yeah. I'm gonna do a little brief real quick. A
Good.
situational brief. So, if you're watching on my stream, go ahead and watch on my stream. I'm live streaming on Discord now. So I'm gonna wait for everybody to get in here. So if not already, go ahead and start pre-planning the stuff that you could see. So we have a SA2 there.
Oh, that's not good. The stuff that we can see.
Yeah, stuff that you could see. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, I got an SA2, SA3.
Yeah, there's a 3 there. Let's see. The intel for us today, Intel's telling us that there's SA17s at the steer point 6.
Yeah.
And we have
17
another
is. Go ahead. Sorry.
we have another flight. We have another 2 flights. We have a flight escort and a flight strike, and they're striking this airbase right here. So it's an AI flight, so it doesn't really matter, but we're trying to protect them in a package sense. So we have an AI escort and an AI strike. They're striking the control tower at this airbase. There are also reports of MiG-29s doing a bar cap over the water here, protecting their airbase. And didn't notice that this is still blue, but yeah, we got a blue space
What?
right there that should be red probably pretty soon because he's surrounded by enemies.
Yeah, I tried to find the 16 on the threat table and it wasn't there.
Shit. SA17. Okay. So that's an SA11, right? Basically.
It's a beefed up SA11. It's 7. There's a difference.
No, yeah,
But same radar type, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, search radar.
Ooh.
So yeah, put what you can. It's always good to do that. So we have a friendly hawk here, so that's good.
Shit. I gotta find that damn table. Where did I put it?
Should be in. It's not too far up.
Everywhere.
It's in UPT Bravo Flug.
I'm just freaking out.
So yeah, so 17 on the steer point 6, and I have a 5 here. This you probably won't go past this 5. I would not recommend going past the 5. So if you all want, you could put a 17 in that area so you kind of know how far it is, but there are reports of a 17 there. So you can put a 17 right on that spot.
I'm sorry, come back. Go back to that spot.
Yeah,
What do you mean go back to that?
Bat
Yeah.
flight, put a SA17 there. Do it.
Where?
On steer point 6, that's the airfield that their AI is attacking, and
Okay.
there's reports of a SA17 there. So it could be north, it could be south, but it's somewhere in there. It's the best report we got. There are MiG-29s, like I said. So there are reports of MiG-29 alphas. So who can tell me what that means? what significance that has to us?
Alpha means A.
Yes.
Means
Yeah.
they
So-
don't have semi-active missiles. They only have they have to maintain lock.
Yep, they only have that is correct. So you can use that to our advantage. They're MiG-29As. But also, don't be like, oh yeah, it only has Fox 1s. Like you need to pretend that it has Fox 3s too. Like always assume it has Fox 3s.
I'm so sweaty.
It's a sweaty boy. So here, the line, I have the line here. It's like basically the flot, for the most part. Yeah, alternate fields in the middle. If you guys want, you could do the mental bullseye here. Won't be doing any escort, but it's always good to know where stuff is. So over the water is 57, 134. Oh wait, what am I doing? Over here. Actually, I'm gonna do this.
You
We've
change the bullseye.
graduated. Let's go over here. Put it here.
Is that
and let's put it here.
I don't
So
know why.
now
So
we're worried about this quadrant. All the
Yeah.
other quadrants don't really matter. So you got 90. Jesus, you got 90 to 360. The middle ground is like 70 miles or so. So that's where we're going to be at, 70, 59, somewhere in there. So that's the mental bullseye. And everyone make sure you do a click dance because changing the bullseye does some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Look at your loadout. Make sure you have stuff on your jet, even though it should be right. Always check your loadout. Kind of simulates walking out to your jet and looking at it with your own eyes. Any questions, concerns?
Nope. I'm ready to go, Prime. I
Yeah,
just need 4 minutes though.
Okay.
I'm concerned because we're gonna fly into an SA17 Wes.
Yeah, don't fly into it, and remember it waits a little longer. So just keep that in mind. Don't count on it, but just keep that in mind that it waits a little longer. So literally, so basically, the moment you see 17, you're wrong.
Trial by fire.
So that's basically what that means. So the AI flight will be flowing in, so it'll probably come on because of them. So we need to make sure that harms are already in the air. So let me see when the strike is going in, and their time on target is 10:28. So within that 28 past the hour, we need to make sure there's harms going out.
So 10:28 is when they're gonna be releasing bombs.
Yes. Yep. That is the moment they should reach steer point 6. If it was a human flight, we would make sure they're doing that. We would have a whole bunch of communications back and forth. We have to do any Rolexes or anything, but we're just going to assume 828 bombs are hitting the control tower. So we need to make sure we have 12 of us. We have 24 harms, like something ridiculous. So technically, we can have a harm every minute for 24 minutes. That's insane. So
that's where my head's at, right? Like what is the package plan for seed?
Well, I got a question.
There are there's SA3, there's SA2, SA17. So we'll have to there's 3 of us. So let's see who's first on here. So Cougar, no wait,
Cougar's
yeah.
taking off. Yeah,
Cougar will take the, yeah, I'll say Cougar will take the 17. Bat will take the 2, and then Panther will take the 3. That's the primary goal. If something happens, then we'll switch that plan, but that's your primary targets. Because all of them are overlapping and all of them have a chance to hit them. So
Does an SA17 have the ability to track and shoot down harms?
yes, it does. So we would rather them be focused on the harms in the air than the planes flying and trying to attack it.
Right.
Basically, we're going to be wasting our harms.
No, you're not wasting. You're saving a life. That's not.
Yeah.
You're using the harms.
Yeah, exactly.
Utilizing.
Yes.
The
So
the 17.
So I can tell bat flight it's going to be no more than 4 harms at the 2.
Yes, 2's pretty easy.
Yeah, I already pre-planned 2. So forget about
Bat's
that.
got the 2. Panther's a 3, and Cougar's a 17, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have fun, Cougar.
Oh yeah. Have fun.
Cougar's going to have support. It's going to have should have 8 more harms.
Yeah.
In addition to their what's 2 times 4? 8. So 16 harms
something like
total.
that. Math. So yeah, just make sure that we're timing it and appropriately. It'll all be crazy on there, and the UHF might be a little crazy. So if you hear someone talk and you hit the mic, you are the only person that knows that you're blocking them. So you need to let go of the mic if you hear someone talk a split second before you did.
Hey, Prime.
Yes.
Can you pull up the briefing and go over the time on target?
All right, listen up.
Since we're flying with AI.
Oh yeah. So our time. Let's see, where am I at? This is the other flight. So the other package, there's like I said, is 10:28. Hammer 5 is a sweep. They'll be there at 10:20, so they'll be there a little earlier than us. So 10:28 is when Hammer will be putting bombs on target. Ours.
All right, listen up.
Is our steer point 5 is 21, so we'll be there for about 7 minutes before, so we can start like 5 minutes or so before start the going off, and so we're not going to go to steer point 6. I think you all know that. We're just going to tape around 5 and make sure we have a wave of harms going at all of these different harms here. And for the flights, if you want to change your steer points, let's see, we are going after Prime. Panther's going after the 3.
Yeah.
So I'll put the R5 over here or something. So yeah, let's make sure we're in the area we're supposed to be and launching off harms a couple minutes before 28, or when you see the missile come, or the threat come online.
So, question: if I tell a harm to go after PBT 56,
yeah,
in a pre-brief mode, it will fly to that steer point, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then if it comes on, it'll be like, oh look, there it is, and it'll go after it. If it doesn't come on, it'll just hit wherever the steer point is.
It hit the ground, yeah.
Yeah.
56, 60, and 57. I'm just...
For air-to-air loadout, are we restricted to Charlies, or are we welcome to take Bravos?
I mean, you can take Bravos if you want, but that's all about your lead. Your lead does that. See what we got. Okay, we got. Let's change that. Yeah, sometimes there's just Bravos on it, so I changed ours to 4 Bravo or 4 Charlies.
Jersey, why are we taking Bravos?
Oh, he was asking probably because it's there. He wants to.
He switched the loadout.
Oh, okay. All right, let's do.
I thought the Charlies were bugged.
That's just missiles in general. They're not. They're just BMS'd.
Okay. I thought it was just the Charlies.
No. All right, let's do a IVC check, Cougar, Bat, and then Panther, and then Troll.
Cougar 1-1 IPC jet.
Cougar 1-2.
Cougar 1-3. Cougar 1-3.
Bat 3-1. Bat 3-1.
Bat 3-3.
Bat 3-4.
Panther 4-1.
Panther 4-4.
Panther 4-3. Sorry.
Yeah, that was kind of a miss.
Panther 4-1.
Roll 1-1.
Panther 4-3.
Panther 4-4.
Coolest sodas in here, Prime.
I don't think you guys heard me because I don't think I clicked on BMS.
Hey, there we go.
Copy. I didn't hear Badger.
Yeah, it was a mess.
I heard Badger.
Cool's not here.
Yeah, edited the thing to match.
Yeah, let's have Bad go one more time.
Radio check for Badger.
Loud and clear.
I think that's Bat. Go ahead and go one more time.
Bat 3-1.
Bat 3-2.
Bat 3-3.
Bat 3-4.
All right, do a click dance. If you did not hear anything, let us know now. We've been talking for a little bit on IVC. If you have extra slots, be sure to turn them back home or abort them on the ground. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, it'll be, by the time you get back, it'll be dark. So we got 30 minutes of daylight until the sun sets. So yeah.
Hey, Prime.
Oh my goodness. Jesus
Just
Christ.
looking.
Yeah.
Prime, we have no 2. You want me to slot into 2 or somebody else or what?
So
or?
condense. If you don't have any, if you have a whole, kind of just condense in there.
Okay.
Since we don't have the full 12 Prime, I'm going to skip the Elephant Walk.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Bible, is he there? Yep.
The Bible.
I am here.
Bible,
Ready to
come
go?
into Cougar 4.
Yeah, ready to go for the server.
Okay, kicking the server off. Although I realize I didn't put him on. That's okay. Should be good. Okay, server's committed taxi.
Sweet.
Let me get my weapon delivery planner going here.
New taxi.
Gump, what was the new words? Joker, bingo.
38-28.
Cool.
Same thing for us.
Yep, same.
38.
Cougars 15, Bats 16, Panther 17.
Come back.
Joker attacking. Oh, sorry.
Cougar.
Uniform.
Cougars 15 on Victor. Bat is 16 on Victor. Panther is 17 on Victor. And then adjust TAC in as necessary.
76 Yankee.
Bible, have you had a chance to test F4 radar yet again?
I have not.
Okay. Next week will be fun.
Oh yeah.
I might be able to run it now and just see what happens.
Okay, everyone commit taxiway once ready.
I'm going to check Discord mute. I don't know if you've got a mute button.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Prime.
1 in the pit, got you 2.
Is having BMS issues.
One, two, can you confirm your TACAN and also your data link?
So TACAN, we're going to be on Yankee, so I'm set 15 Yankee. Two will be, 2 and 3, 78 Yankee.
Yardstick is live.
Looks good. Joker 38, Bingo 28.
Is everybody having issues?
2.
Just frames.
Yeah, I tried to reconnect to the server, it timed out. Yep.
Hey, 1 to 3, are you there?
Just give it a little bit. I think frames might improve when we get up airborne.
No, like, I can't connect to the server.
Oh.
Question being, should we reboot the server?
Well, you reboot yours real quick.
Okay, I'm established.
And then we'll see.
Okay, stand by one.
Cougar 1-1 to Cougar 1-3, are you there? Victor 15.
Package Panther on uniform. 3 good shifts waiting for green. If you're just check in on Victor on uniform 2.
Rody, we're calling you on Victor 15. You there?
Rody, copy on Victor 15.
All right, got you. Okay, 1 is green ship.
2 is green jet.
Three is not green jet. I have to align my helmet.
Cougar 1-2, Osan, Q, page 2973.
Say again, 3, you had to do what? You got stepped on.
Gotta align my helmet.
All right, you can still taxi though, right?
Negative, I don't have a green jet yet.
All right, Cougar 1 is 3 good green jacks. Prep the taxi.
Cougar 1, 4 ship, F-16. Request a taxi.
Good evening, Cougar 1. You are number 3 for departure. Hold present position.
Went straight to ramp.
Give way to BAT 3-4 F-16. Taxiing Alpha.
All right, I guess we're good. Yeah, I thought we were taking off first.
Good evening, Panther 4. You are number 4 for departure. Hold present position. Give way to Cougar 1-4 F-16. Taxiing Alpha. Panther 4, roger.
Panther flight of 3 green jets taxiing to runway 27.
Hammer 3, 4 ship, F-16s. Request taxi.
Good evening, Hammer 3. You are number 5 for departure. Hold present position. Cougar 1, roger. Give way to Panther 4, F-16, taxiing Alpha.
One, two, could you help me out a little bit? Do you know how long does the harm take to power up?
I think it's almost immediate. Yeah, it's really quick.
Alright, that's good. So I'll power it on in
Cougar
here.
1-1, Osan, runway 09er right for takeoff.
One, two, did you taxi yet?
No, not yet. We're still waiting for Panther.
2.
Panther 4-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch 30880.
Hammer 5, 4 ship, F-16s. Request taxi.
Panther flight, 3
Good
green
evening,
ship,
Hammer
holding
5.
short,
You are
runway,
number 6 for departure. Hold present position.
holding short runway 09 right.
Give way
and
to
gonna take
Hammer
off.
3, 4, F-16, taxiing
Going to tower.
Foxtrot.
Cougar 1, 4 ship, F-16s. Request a taxi.
Cougar 1, you are number 3 for departure. Hold present position.
3-1.
Give way to Bat 3, 4, F-16, taxiing Alpha.
3-1.
Yeah, go. Yeah, gotta wait for them to stop talking. Yeah, go.
Cougar 1-1, Osan,
Cougar 1-2,
runway
Cougar
09er right
1-1.
for
Weapons
takeoff.
check.
Bat, did everything work okay?
Bat's having...
My voice command's going crazy.
So Bat lead is having frame drop issues where the screen's going black, but we're trying to work through it.
Yeah, we have one person in our flight doing the same thing.
Same thing for Troll.
So plan of action, get in the air, see if it fixes itself. If it doesn't, exit, reboot server, start again.
Yeah, we'll try that, because I'm not getting anything right now. So, yeah, we'll just see what happens in the air.
Yeah, it's really frustrating because I can't see my jet, so...
Okay, 3, say again.
No, you're staying.
Yep.
Miami speeds of all
Three hours on again.
Copy that.
Good evening, Bat 3. You are number 2 for departure. Hold present position.
6-8.
Give way to Troll 1-2, F-16, taxiing Alpha. Panther 4-2, Osan Tower. You're out of line, mister. Contact the stop when you land.
3, confirm you're on the 78 Yankee.
Panther 4-3, Osan Tower. You're out of line, mister. Contact the stop when you land.
Good, George.
Bat 3, you are number 2 for departure. Hold present position. Give way to Troll 1-2, F-16, taxiing Alpha. Bat 3, you are number 2 for departure. Hold present position. Give way to Troll 1-1, F-16, taxiing Alpha.
Troll 1, Singleton, F-16s. Request taxi.
Good evening, Troll 1. You are number 1 for departure. Taxi Alpha. And then hold short. Runway 09er right.
Dude, what is going on?
Troll 1-1. Contact tower for takeoff. Switch 30880. Bat 3-1. Contact tower for takeoff. Switch 30880.
Yeah, copy that. We got like
Cougar
a whole nother
1,
flight
taxi,
going.
Alpha,
There
and
we go.
hold short, runway 09er right.
Oh.
Alright, Cougar 1, taxi and holding short, runway 09 right. Alright, let's get it.
2, taxiing.
Control 1, Singleton, F-16s, ready for departure.
Control 1, Osan Tower, weight 150 at 2 knots, runway 09 arrived. You're cleared for takeoff.
Three taxi.
That 3-1, what is your problem? You're disrupting traffic. Control 1-1, contact departure.
Altitude.
That 3, is there a problem?
Alright, Cougar, push tower, U3.
2.
That 3-1, Osan Tower, you're out of line, mister. Contact the stop when you land. That 3-1, contact departure. That 3-2, what is your problem? You're disrupting traffic. That 3-2, Osan Tower, you're out of line, mister. Contact the stop when you land. That 3-2, contact departure. That 3-3, is there a problem?
Cougar 1, 3 ship, F-16s, ready for departure.
That 3-3, Osan Tower, you're out of line, mister. Contact the stop when you land. That 3-3, contact departure. Cougar 1, Osan Tower, weight 150 at 2 knots, runway 09 arrived.
Alright,
You're
Lee
cleared for
taking
takeoff.
access left.
Cougar 1, hold short. That 3-4, Osan Tower, you're out of line, mister. Contact the stop when you land. That 3-4, contact departure.
Two is set.
Sweet, we'll make it a little snappy. We'll do 3-second spacing. We'll come out of the burn, 310.
2.
3, you set?
You set?
Okay. Alright, 1's brakes on. And brakes on.
Two, rolling.
Hammer 3-4 ship, F-16s, ready for departure.
3-1.
Hammer 3, hold short.
Two, airborne.
Cougar 1-1, contact departure. Hammer 3, Osan Tower, weight 150 at 2 knots, runway 09 arrived. You're cleared for takeoff.
All right, copy that. Flight goes straight to a tactical uniform 6. I'll take care of departure. Okay, all right, here we go.
Roll, checking in uniform 6.
Panther, gotcha.
Cougar 1, gotcha. All right, guys, I'm in the main 340 knots. Let me get 2 on my left and 3 on my right, about half a mile.
3. 2.
And flight, once you're airborne and altitude, go ahead and set standard 2992.
Cougar.
Bad.
Frames is picked up for me, and I do not have the black screen issue anymore.
Copy.
Three set. 2 in position.
Okay, this is...
Panther 4-1, entry 7, picture clear.
I don't have you guys on data link, and I'm blind on both of you. All right, I see you. Okay, 3, I got you.
Panther 4, entry 7, be advised, off station. 15 minutes.
Yeah, can you guys pull up a little closer, almost like in a wedge, but so I can see you. Okay, 3, I got you. Yeah, go 3.
IDM, you want us to 2-1 and 2-3?
Yeah, so IDM, I went ahead, took 4 off. Block 5 and 6, I got 2-1-2-3. Block 7 and 8, 3-1-3-3. And for right now, let's see, let's push to flight level 2-2. And we're going to fence in probably about 5 miles past Tier 3.
2. To your left, but I still have visual on you.
Okay, copy.
Package Panther 4, 3 ship on station, steer point 5, and Dirt 17.
Ooh, that's ours. Yeah, this is gonna be fun, guys. So yeah, let's be careful on this one.
3,
2.
I'm going to send my wingman home.
Okay, one's leveling out. Angels 2-2.
Sentry 7, Troll 1-1. Request picture.
Troll 1-1, Sentry 7, picture clear. Troll 1, Sentry 7, be advised, off station, 10 minutes.
That's not cool.
Okay, flight check left. Steer 3, coming left.
Dirt 10.
Three, stay in your same position. I want you to climb up to Angels 2-4.
3 copy. Going up to Angels 2-4.
And if you lose visual on me and 2, then just kick out
Panther
a little bit.
1, Sentry 7, picture clear.
So this SA6 is going to be a little tricky. I'm thinking about, I may try to bait him using me and then have 2 take the first shot.
Copy that.
And then, yeah, just stay up there and then just keep a lookout 80 miles to the north for any air threat.
3 copy.
2.
All right, flight check right, coming right, steer 4.
3.
2.
Nels 29 near steer 6.
Panther 4 clean.
Leveling off at 24.
Okay, bad flight passing steer, power steer 4.
Panther 4-1,
Okay,
Sentry
copy.
7, picture clear.
We're going to trespass the 2 and shoot it.
Cougar 1 passing, steer 4.
Troll 1-1 is going to go air to air for now.
All right, guys, I'm going to maintain 360 knots.
3.
2.
Panther 4, Sentry 7, I'm controlling, but nothing's bit.
Okay, flight, let's go ahead and fence in. Fence in 102. And 3, I want you to go ahead and stay air to air and just scan out 80 miles.
Copy that 1.
Sentry 7, Troll 1-1, Group Bullseye 07585, 21,000. Declare.
Troll 1-1, Sentry 7. Contact confirmed hostile.
Got Spike 29.
Troll 1 has 29 is at Bullseye 075 for 83, 20,000 feet.
Panther contact.
Troll is engaging.
Three, when able, send data.
It disappeared. Other flight got it.
Okay, three.
Troll 1-1, Fox 3.
Alright, three, I want you to do a clockwise orbit around Steer 5 coming up.
Troll 1, Fox 3 again.
3 cut.
Correction, Steer 4 coming up here.
Copy that. I've got a Spike 29 on RWR.
About the same. Alright, let's come, flight come right.
Going, doing orbit. Right.
Tap, flare.
Up I got.
1, Pitbull.
Tap, flare.
Yeah, it looks
1,
like a two
cheap
ship.
shot.
Tap, flare.
Send data.
Yep, I got it.
Troll 1 is being engaged.
2, Dirt 17.
Yep, copy.
AWACS is sunset.
Alright, flight, here we're gonna have to reset. Let's keep an
I
eye
think
on
midnight.
these MiGs here, coming right.
Tap, flare.
Yep, got
Tap, flare.
Lock 1 on.
Outside of his wedge.
Do I have permission to fire?
Tap,
Oh,
flare.
what?
Mix 29. Angel 25. Bullseye.
Tap, flare.
07566.
Hold your fire.
Copy that. Turning off.
Low. Tap, flare.
Package bad flight is clean, or naked SA2.
Alright, three, make your turn tight. Keep an eye on that 29. Two and I, we're flowing towards Steer 5. The reset.
Copy that.
Tap, flare.
Come back around.
Caution. Caution.
Alright, MiG-29, Bullseye 07360, 21,000, hot.
Three status.
Got the MiG-20.
Alright, two, yeah, let's keep pressing here towards 5. We'll turn around and get reset.
2, secondary MiG-29, Bullseye 07074, 9,000, hot.
3, watch out, you're about to cross the wedge there.
1, Pitbull.
Yeah, 3, don't chase them, just keep an eye on them.
3, Fox 3 medium.
3 Fox medium. 3 Fox 3 medium. Bullseye 07715. Angels 20.
1, Pitbull.
Copy that. 3, turn around, you're going too deep.
Copy that.
Panther flight, committed MiG-29s over the water.
3, cheap shot.
Panther 4-1, Fox 3, Bullseye 07777, 16,000, MiG-29.
Tap, flare.
Alright, 2, coming right.
2.
Damn it, for some reason, I did a click thing and I don't have any steer drive. No weather.
Panther 42, Fox 3, MiG-29, 076 for 67, 17,000.
1, Pitbull.
3, 2.
Panther
you are
Pitbull,
entering the
bullseye,
SA
07967.
Come back towards U1.
Yeah, everybody, let's stay air to air and just keep an eye out. All right, here, let's turn back into the north and take a look.
2.
Yeah, keep pushing towards us. 1 and 2, turning back in north.
Copy that.
2, Pitbull.
3, 2. You are cleared of 17 West, and you are now in Hatred West.
Come back.
Package be advised, BAT has harm inbound SA2, SA17.
Got Spike 29.
Panthers engaged.
7 o'clock.
MiG-29. Fox 3, 089, 68. Fox is close.
Coming in behind you.
1, Pitbull.
One, I got the 29 or 12 o'clock. 10 miles.
Getting ready to take, yep, I'm taking a shot.
2.
1, Fox 3, medial.
Cougar 1, Fox 3. 100 for 52, Angels 23.
Drop down to Angels 19.
Yeah, I'm gonna chase him down a little bit here.
Panther flight's in trouble, south end.
Oop.
Alright, one's turning back around.
1-3, you want me to take a look at him?
I'm following him.
Fox 3 close, 09876.
Panther flight,
1,
posit.
Pitbull.
Bullseye, 10674.
Alright, I'm off goal. He's doing like 600 knots. He's running. Yeah, flowing back towards stair 5. My command's not working, and I got nothing on tactical, AWACS.
2.
3.
Control 1 engaging. MiG-29, 110 for 63, 15,000 feet. Merged. I don't have the fuel for this.
There's a leaker, bullseye, 11060, 18,000, flowing north. He gets merged with someone, 18,000.
That's Roller 1 merged.
Cougar 1-2, send damage report.
Cougar 1-2, no damage report.
Alright guys, here, coming off left. Alright, let's reset and try to at least get a shot off on this target here.
2.
Okay, 3, stay air to air. 2, let me know when you get your arms ready. I know you probably need to get set up, and I'm gonna go play with the 17 when you're ready. Get him to lock up me and you can get a shot off.
2, 17 is ready, hand it off on Steer 6 at the airfield for SA17.
3 copy.
Okay, 3, same thing. Flow towards, stay in between steer 5 and 4, and just kind of do a chainsaw. Just, if you can, keep it tight, like within 5 miles.
Copy that.
Okay, 2. All right, turn it in.
2.
Panther 4-1, harm away, POS, SA17. Timeout 2 minutes.
Okay, you just fired at the 17.
I-29 is down.
All right, here. We'll give it a few seconds, see if it gets a hit.
Fox 3-2, Fox 3, bullseye, 3355, Angels 20.
1, Pitbull.
Bat 3, Fox 3, bullseye, 03355. MiG-29.
Going back up behind you.
All right, yeah, we're going to stay on the 17, see if anything pops up here.
Copy that.
I'm going to kind of skirt the west here.
1, Pitbull. 2, Pitbull.
No, we're good. The gun is malfunctioning.
He's over there somewhere by the airport.
Yeah, he's smoking. He's low. He doesn't have any missiles. I think I'm out of guns.
Bullseye?
I don't have him anymore, but he's in the range of 135 and 45. Low, like 5,000 feet.
All right, 3. Yeah, let's come right.
Troll has bent his jet and is choke of fuel. Gonna land alternate.
SA17, timeout, harm.
Yeah, Cougar 1 copies. Yeah, we're in that general area. We're looking.
Status of SA2.
Bat flight, SA2, active. 2, Mod 5, 12 o'clock.
1, Sally. Three, how you doing?
Still with you.
All right, cool. Oh, 17's back up.
No, flying.
Okay, 3, if you got a shot, I'm going to turn into the west. I'm going to stay right here on the corner. If you got a shot, get it.
Copy that.
I think that's a whole different 17. 12 o'clock.
Agreed. I'm the one at U6.
Yeah. I'm going to go here. I'm going to turn off to the right. 3, keep doing your thing. You can't stay to 8.
Panther 4-1, Magnum, SA17, search radar, timeout 2 minutes.
Let's skirt this 17 west here, see if he's active. See if at least I can get visual on smoke down there. Yeah, see flames. I think he's down. All right, coming off left. Okay, 3, keep doing your thing. 1 and 2 are gonna go process this SA2. Maybe get a shot off at the 17. I think it's right next to it.
Copy that. Switching back to Edgar.
I think I found the SA17 at Bulls 06481. It's in the SA2 was.
Package be advised, SA17, bullseye.
Okay, copy.
Bullseye 03162.
Mud 17.
By the SA2 to the northwest.
11 o'clock.
The harm out on that target, 1 minute.
Yeah, it's 2 sets of them over there.
Bat.
Alright, 2, I'm coming right.
One body lock.
SA-17 search radar, timeout, Panther 4.
SA-17 search.
And at the SA-17 got 2 more out at the search, or the fire control.
Alright, be advised, we got a AAA popping up and down. Looks like it's to our 2-3 o'clock.
Timeout, SA-17.
Panther bat.
Silver Panther.
I see bullseye on timeout 17.
Timeout, bullseye, harm was bullseye 06459.
Copy.
Cougar 1-1 is Magnum. Target 030 for 87, SA-17.
Bat 17 active.
Cougar 1-1 defensive, SA-2.
Magnum SA2 tracker, bat 3-3.
Nails 29. Nails 29 north. Alright, everyone start wrapping it up here. We got the 29 coming in.
29
That 3-1 Magnum SA10 bullseye 00468. Second Magnum on that 10.
17 active.
One still up. Three, two, you still up? Three still up. Got you, three. Three, second one. 3-1. 3-1. 2, you know what happened to 1? Panther 4-2 Magnum on SA17. 3? You know what happened to 1? No idea. Looks like he went defensive on SA2. Darn it. Hold on. I think guy I'm following is 1, but now that I can't contact him, it might not be 1. Copy that.
I got wasted 2 on that one guy. Okay. This is a leaker just coming after me. Ice the stream. I'll take it easy.